Yes, welcome to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette from the Netherlands, and I'm an international trained high-end success medium and a high-end and frequency business coach. Throughout my podcast series, I help ambitious, empathetic coaches who aim for high-end success, fulfillment, and ultimate life and business mastery. Absolutely living and thriving from their stardust potential. I'll give you the tips, the tools, and energy shifts you need to shift to the next level of impact, abundance, freedom, and absolute energy joy. So I hope you're ready to shift with me. Let's go. 6 misconceptions about high-end and high-frequency business coaching. Yes, a very warm welcome to podcast number 33 of the High-End and Frequency Business Podcast. And in this episode, you will gain insight into 6 misconceptions about high-end and frequency business coaching. The show notes you can find at www.lisettelucas.com/B33. Well, let's start with the misconceptions, because while I'm working in my high-end and frequency coaching business, people start to ask questions and they want to know exactly what I do. And with the word high-end and high frequency, people get all kinds of ideas of what I'm doing, what it is or what it isn't. And I've just written down a few misconceptions, and I want to make clear what it really is and what it isn't. So I hope you're ready. Let's go with misconception number 1. People think I need to have my own business before I can do high frequency coaching. Well, the answer to that is no, absolutely not. I even recommend starting high frequency business coaching before you open the doors to your own business, under the heading Start Before You're Ready. Then I can promise you, you can make a flying start because you've worked through the layers that need to be brought to the attention. So that was the first one. Misconception number 2. I have to be really sensitive to increase my frequency. Simple answer to that as well. Everything is energy. The more aware you are of your frequency and of what triggers your frequency and what influences it, the easier it is for you to shift to the golden line and above the golden line. And I can promise you, from working with thousands of people through many, many years, more than 10 years, I know what happens when they shift above the golden line, what happens in their auric field, their energy field, within their frequency, and then you can start manifesting. So you don't necessarily have to be really sensitive or even believe in it. The only thing that's really needed and really important, you have to be coachable and you have to be willing to do the work. So sensitivity isn't required. A lot of people who start working with me, everybody is sensitive within themselves, within their stardust potential, but the layers of life have hardened them, and we're going to work on the layers so that you can step into that stardust potential again. But no, the answer to the question, you don't have to be sensitive or sense that you're sensitive to increase your frequency. Everybody can do it. Yes, simple as that. Misconception number 3. High-end and high-frequency business coaching only works if you already have a really busy business. Well, I can tell you it always works, provided you work on yourself and your frequency. Or put in another way, you have to do the work. You have to be willing to do the work. And to be really honest, having already a busy business can even be a bit of a disadvantage. Why? Because then you're already stuck in a certain persistent pattern and you feel like you already know how you have to do the work. And complete honesty about this as well, entrepreneurs are less willing to adjust to that. I've seen it in my mediumship trainings. I've seen it in my business coaching. So yeah, with an already busy business, you actually have to do even more the inner work. So if you're a new starting entrepreneur or just starting as an entrepreneur, you're more open to new incoming frequencies. And that's really an advantage. So busy business or not, transformations, breakthroughs, and results will always be there. Misconception number 4, you have to offer many programs before this high-end concept works. I can say to that, no, absolutely not. Absolutely BS, also known as belief systems. In fact, I recommend that you first focus on your high-end program. And after you launch that, after that, you can sense and feel what's needed. And then you can create a downsell. So when you step into my program, you can start immediately with offering high ends. So if you're a knowledge expert, if you're a coach, a therapist, a service provider, if you have proven client results, you can start with high end immediately. Okay, we're going to misconception number 5 already. You have to be spiritual to be able to do this high frequency coaching. Otherwise, it won't work. Well, I can say to that as well, that's absolutely not true. The only thing I can say about that is you must be able to be real and to be open to the possibilities beyond the earthly visible. So you have to have an open mind. And most importantly, again, you have to be coachable, because it definitely works if you are willing to do the work. Yeah, that's the most important part. The spirituality part is not that important because you grow within the process. So willing to do the work means you have to get started with the tips, the tools, the advice, and the strategies I give to you. And most important, it works if you are able and if you can receive constructive feedback and turn that into action steps. So not only being able to receive the feedback, the constructive feedback, but also being able to take it in, do the work through it, and turn it into action steps. That's the most important part. And then we go to misconception number 6, and that is high end is only for rich people. Again, I can say, no, absolutely not true, absolutely BS. Belief systems again, because high-end is for anyone who is willing to do the work. So you get the most important part, you have to do the work. So what is high-end really? Well, it's investing in yourself and knowing that you make the commitment to yourself, and it's investing in the transformation, and it's investing in yourself to be challenged, but to be challenged within yourself, within your business. And you invest in yourself for high-level results and for abundance in all areas of your life. So those were the 6 most heard misconceptions about high-end and high-frequency business coaching. At least that's what happens in my business. And maybe you know other misconceptions. Well, please reach out with a DM through Instagram and share your misconception or the doubt you have, because I would love to hear it. And you can also find these misconceptions back in the show notes at www.lisettelucas.com/B33. And you can also download my Lisette Lucas app completely free for iOS and Android. And I talked about the frequency of above the golden line. And I've created my own method for you to shift your frequency already. So to start doing the work immediately after listening to this podcast, you can download it completely free, including reprogramming hypnotation at www.lisettelucas.com/golden line. But I'll put the link in the show notes as well. Well, if you're ready to take steps, if you have questions, if you want to know more about the frequency work and how you can use it to shift your frequency and reality, please DM me the word frequency, and I'm looking forward to connect or reconnect with you. Thanks so much for listening. Really awesome you made it till the end of this podcast, and that brings forward the energy of commitment to yourself and wanting to do the work. So looking forward to meet you, and till next time. Bye. Thank you for listening to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas, and if you want to join my EnergyJoy world, please drop me a DM, and really looking forward to connect.